Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, wondering if you truly know how to bring your partner deep, authentic pleasure and lasting satisfaction? It's a thought that lingers in the minds of many men in strong, committed relationships. There's often a quiet uncertainty, especially knowing research shows that many women admit they've faked orgasms at some point, often just to protect their partner's feelings. Hi, I'm Dr. Masha, urology and men's health expert. Help men improve their performance, protect their prostate, and feel confident and energized at every age. Today we're diving into a subject that stretches beyond male sexual health, yet defines real intimacy, understanding female anatomy and the true science of female pleasure. So, how do you replace uncertainty with confidence? Know you understand her body and what unlocks her deepest satisfaction. The answer isn't some secret trick. It's built on a fundamental knowledge of female anatomy and physiology, and not just where to touch, but when and in what rhythm. By the end of this video, you'll understand the natural physiological sequence that opens the door to deeper intimacy and mutual joy. This is not about performing for points, it's about connection, trust, and shared fulfillment grounded in real science. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help, so share it. Let's begin with the epicenter of female pleasure, the clitoris. For generations, this organ was shrouded in misunderstanding, but medically it stands without question as the most crucial component of female orgasm. What you see externally is just the tip of a much larger structure. The clitoris is a complex organ extending internally, branching into an intricate network of erectile tissue, very much like male erectile anatomy. To put its sensitivity in perspective, here's a striking fact. The glands of the clitoris contains more than 8,000 nerve endings, tightly concentrated in a tiny area that's more than double the number in the glands of the penis. This astonishing density of sensory nerves makes it the most sensitive erogenous structure in the human body. And this isn't opinion, it's measurable biological truth. Studies in the Journal of Sexual Medicine confirm that for the majority of women, roughly 70 to 80%, direct clitoral stimulation isn't just helpful for orgasm, it's essential. Relying only on penetration is one of the most damaging myths in sexual health, and science puts that myth to rest. Understanding this anatomy is the first step. The clitoris is the primary pathway to orgasm for most women. Making clitoral attention a priority is non-negotiable if genuine mutual pleasure is the goal. It requires patience, care, and at first a gentle approach. As arousal builds, pressure and intensity can gradually increase. But beginning with focused, deliberate clitoral stimulation is the physiological foundation upon which everything else depends. Now let's move to the second pleasure zone that is often clouded in mystery, the G-spot. For years, its very existence was debated, but modern anatomical research confirms it as a real and distinct erogenous zone. The G-spot, more accurately called the Grafenberg spot after the researcher who first documented it, is not a magical button, but a sensitive region along the anterior vaginal wall, roughly 1 to 3 inches inside the vaginal entrance. Anatomically, this area corresponds to the urethrovaginal sponge and portions of the internal clitoral network. When arousal builds and blood flow increases, this tissue swells and takes on a firmer texture compared to surrounding vaginal walls. The way it responds is very different from clitoral stimulation. While the clitoris thrives on gentle and gradual touch, the G-spot responds best to firm, steady pressure. The familiar come here motion with the fingers applies exactly the right type of consistent movement for this area. Research from the International Journal of Sexual Medicine describes GI spot stimulation as producing a deeper, cooler sensation, distinct from the sharper intensity of direct clitoral pleasure. For some women, this can spark intensely powerful orgasms, sometimes accompanied by female ejaculation. But here's what's crucial. Stimulating the G spot too soon, before enough arousal, often doesn't feel pleasurable. For many women, it may even feel neutral or uncomfortable, sometimes mimicking the sensation of needing to urinate. Because of how close it sits to the urethra, this is where sequence matters. From a physiological standpoint, tissues in this region need time. They must become engorged, softened, and sensitized through earlier arousal. So, what is the optimal sequence according to medical science? The pathway to deeper pleasure unfolds like this. Step 1. Mental and emotional connection. Before touch, emotional arousal sets the stage. Eye contact, conversation, or moments of intimacy prime the nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and arouse. Switch must be activated before physical pleasure can truly flow. Step 2. Clitoral stimulation. This is the gateway to arousal. Gentle manual touch, oral attention, or vibratory devices allow gradual buildup. As the clitoris engorges, blood flow expands throughout the pelvic area, including the vagina and G-spot. Step 3. Full body stimulation. As desire builds, caressing the thighs back and breasts extends the sensory experience. While dopamine and oxytocin levels rise to vital chemicals for both arousal and emotional closeness. Step 4. G-spot stimulation. Only when clitoral arousal is well established does GI spot attention reach its potential. Now engorged and pressure sensitive, the tissue responds to deeper rhythmic motion. Remember? Women vary. Some love GI spot stimulation, others not as much. Communication and attentiveness are the keys. Step 5. Penetration if desired. Intercourse should be the culmination, not the start. Without prior clitoral buildup, penetration rarely brings orgasm for most women. Studies confirm this again and again. But combine penetration with clitoral attention, especially with aligned rhythm. Depth and emotional connection and profound satisfaction can follow. This dual pathway, clinically called blended stimulation, is one of the most reliable ways to heighten both orgasm frequency and intensity. Step 6. Aftercare and connection. It's too often forgotten, but it matters deeply. After intimacy, oxytocin stays high, creating a vital window for bonding. Holding, talking, and staying present fosters safety and closeness, which increases the likelihood of future arousal and desire. Sexual satisfaction is not simply about technique, it is about safety, patience, attentiveness, and presence. These are qualities every man can cultivate. Asterisk now, in this final part. Let's uncover the most common mistakes men make when trying to truly please a woman, the mindset that unlocks lasting confidence, and a powerful natural way to support your own performance and health. First mistake, assuming penetration alone is enough. Research shows fewer than 1 in 4 women reach orgasm from intercourse alone. Yet many men still focus almost entirely on penetration. Second mistake, skipping everything that matters beforehand. Timing is everything. Stimulating the wrong area too soon, especially the GS-spot, can feel irritating or even painful. The key is sequence. Build clitoral arousal first, then explore deeper stimulation. Third mistake, forgetting to communicate. Every woman is unique. What worked in the past may not work with a new partner. The best lovers aren't the flashiest, they are the best listeners, both in spoken words and in noticing physical feedback. Fourth mistake, neglecting emotional presence. Nothing destroys intimacy faster than distraction, performance anxiety, or mechanical behavior. What creates passion is patience, confidence, and paying attention in the moment. And that brings us to the mindset that changes everything. Your role isn't to perform a show or prove something, it's to connect. The most passionate lovers focus less on rigid technique and more on tuning in, noticing body language, breathing, muscle tension, and relaxation. Confidence in the bedroom doesn't come from ego, It comes from presence, preparation, and good physical health. And here's where many men fall short, not from lack of care, but because their own body holds them back. Poor circulation, low stamina, weak erections, or fatigue can all interfere with the ability to bring a partner full satisfaction, even with solid technique. That's why so many men over 40 ask me, Dr. Masha, what can I do to naturally improve my performance? And here's my recommendation. A powerful natural formula designed to boost blood flow, stamina, and strength. This supplement blend supports performance on every level without gimmicks or harsh drugs. It's safe, non-habit forming, and free from artificial stimulants. Thousands of men have used it to regain confidence, enhance partner satisfaction, and build vitality from the inside out. I'm Dr. Masha, and I thank you for watching. Stay empowered, stay confident, and remember, true intimacy comes not from pressure or proving yourself, but from presence, patience, and connection.